Please no.
Hello, my name is Tom, and welcome to another exciting review on The Different Review. The movie we're going to review is the legendary remake of the 1933 King Kong movie, which came in theaters in 1976. Many people criticize this movie for being a real shitty remake, but I think it's the best one. Although the one from 1933 is a true masterpiece with the special effects and the acting. Okay, enough chit chat, so let's get started. Fred Wilson, played by Charles Grodin, is head of Petrox Oil and has found an island covered around by a fog bank that hasn't changed in years. He believes that he can find oil there.
Yes, hell, that island is the tip of a huge underground tank just waiting for us to twist the cap off. I'm betting everything I've got on it.
Jack Prescott, played by Jeff Bridges, is a primate researcher and has already heard the stories about the island in Kong. So when he hears that the captain of the ship bought maps for that specific area, he takes his chances and gets on board the Petrox ship. But Jack gets caught.
I'm interested in your island. It's got nothing to do with oil.
And Fred locks him up because he's scared he might be a spy from another oil company. But just when they wanted to lock him up...
Hey, look, there's something out there.
Bitch, it's a rat!
Oh, there's the beautiful girl of the story, Jessica Lange, who plays Dawn. She survived an explosion on a yacht because she didn't want to see Deep Throat.
Did you ever meet anyone before whose life was saved by Deep Throat?
Okay. Oh well, Fred finally checks out Jack and he can come with them to the island. When they get there, they meet a group of natives who wanted to trade Dawn for 6 of their women, and they refuse the offer. Well, then Dawn gets kidnapped as a sacrifice for their god, King Kong. And yeah, I know it's a man in a rubber suit, but who cares? Kong falls in love with Dawn and takes her back to his territory, while Jack and some crew from the ship try to find her. When they shot the scenes where Kong holds Dawn, she actually is being held by a big, giant robotic arm, and Kong is projected behind him. Funny thing to know is that they use the same technique in the original film. Dawn finally escapes when Kong tries to protect her from a giant snake. Yeah, this snake's pretty lame, I gotta admit. Meanwhile, Fred discovers the oil they found is more like
Mule piss.
So instead of oil, they decide to make monkey traps and capture Kong to take him back to New York to be exploited. But then all fucking hell breaks loose. In the end, Kong climbs the Twin Towers and gets shot by helicopters. And now for some mistakes and trivia. On the first appearance of Kong, you can see the breastplate of a suit moving. You see? And here you can see the roof of the studio because of the flashes. By the way, did you know King Kong is still the biggest animatronic ever built? Okay, so they fucked the original story, but it's still a great movie, I think. I really love the miniature houses and environment. The wall in the village is just so cool. Originally, they wanted a stone wall, but the director thought a wooden wall would look more ancient. And did you know that the life-size wall costed over $800,000? Or like Arnold Schwarzenegger would say, that wall is much too expensive. Maybe you already seen this movie and think it sucks, but then be prepared. It had a sequel. King Kong Lives. Probably the worst sequel ever made. Maybe I should review that too. Alright guys, that was it for today. So, let's be careful out there, and I thank you for watching.